Okay, they're not listening. This is Roll to Meddle, an actual play campaign based on the tabletop role-playing game Brindlewood Bay by Jason Cordova. Bertie, Ronette, and Georgie don't know what they're in for, but I can let you in on a secret. These ladies are about to encounter a series of peculiar murders. At first, it may seem that they will solve the murder of the week and move on, but that is not what is about to happen. As they meddle about various crime scenes, from time to time, they will discover a different kind of clue. A clue that will lead them towards a darker conspiracy. But you don't need to worry about that for now. We will just follow their antics and remember these happier times in the future. If you would like to help, consider writing a review, sharing a link, telling a friend, or visiting us at actualstorypodcasting.com. Okay? Let's go.
Hi, I'm Mary Stack. I'm playing Georgie Sullivan, born and raised Brindlebayan, who owns the local yarn store, Knitwit Haven. She just wants to spread the love of knitting and solve crime with her friends.
I'm Willow Wilson. I'm playing Ronette Bollinger, a retired costume designer with as much sass as she has exes. You can recognize her from a mile away by her sequin blazers, big cat eye glasses, and very projecting voice.
I'm Holland Lane Curtis, and I'll be playing Birdie, our blue-haired cool grandma. She's a music lover, a former groupie, and she is the town menace.
I'm probably descending the stairs at this point. Like, oh my God, Jesse, it's so good to see you.
It's always good to see you as well. How are you?
I'm all right. Well, I mean, obviously there's all sorts of nonsense going on right now, but...
Yeah, what is this? Why is everyone upset?
Well, I mean, you see, we have this book club here.
Mm-hmm.
I start there. We have this book club here, and there was the room. There was no one on the schedule, but I said, hey, we booked this. We have the room, and no one was answering, and it was time to go in, and so I opened it up, and there was a man face down on the ground, and Flossie was there, and she just came in and started poking at him, just nonsense, just like poking and prodding and turning him around and just getting all up in his business. I just don't trust her, and so yeah, I think he's dead.
And from the other side of the room, that is slander. That is pure slander, and I am telling my attorney.
Flossie, honestly.
You deny that you were touching the victim?
We all saw it, Flossie.
Yes, well, you can tell the judge that I care so much about people that I just want to help everyone. And
also tell the judge you were up there alone with Nicholas, as far as we could tell.
I do not like what you are insinuating.
I'm not.
This is why you were kicked out of book club, Flossie.
I was not kicked out. I was not kicked out of the book club. I left.
Oh, yes, you were. Why do you think we changed the dates? Flossie? Because of you.
Oh, it's ridiculous.
You are such a buzzkill. You know that?
She turns her back to you and faces the corner.
Rule 1 of this book club. Don't kill people in the book club space.
That's honestly, on the contract. Rule 1, Flossie.
Her back is to you. She's not listening anymore.
You gotta keep your murders outside of the book club space.
We have just heard two people who have specifically said, I don't like Nick, and kind of why. I want to ask Jesse who was involved in the set design, who was in the play, like if there was anybody who was specifically impacted, like the person building the set, the person who had to do the decoration, like who were the leads in the play.
You didn't see the Crucible? Everybody saw the Crucible.
I was so enthralled with the story. Also, how would I know who built the sign and built the set and decorated it just by seeing the play? Those folks would have been behind the scenes.
Well, there's the play belt, you see. You read who did everything in there.
I don't have it on me.
She nods very strongly and agrees with you, Ronette. Yes, all of that information was in the playbill.
Yeah.
Georgie.
Jesse. Why would I carry the playbill around? Do you have the playbill on you?
She goes to her bag.
That's all I need.
And she pulls out the playbill.
I don't need it. I don't need anything from you except for the playbill.
Now, I know that we've had conversations on and off over the last couple of years about maybe purchasing an advertisement in some of our programs. We also are always looking for volunteers in costuming and in set design. So if you are that interested in set design, it doesn't matter how old you are. You can always learn.
Oh yeah, I'm certain that that some people who are older should hear that.
Oh, I didn't mean anything by it.
I'm certain you did not.
We're thinking about, this might be interesting to you. We're thinking about doing On Golden Pond next season. Would you come to the theater for that?
Yes. Now may I please take photos of the playbill?
Of course, sure. And she hands it to you and she starts writing down notes about the target demographics for On Golden Pond. The man who is probably the father of Emma sort of stands up and looks around. I suppose we can keep shopping? And he kind of shrugs.
No, I feel like that's a bad idea.
Well, I hadn't found something for my wife yet. I was going to...
Okay, but like if the killer is still here, they could kill again.
Oh, geez. Well, but everyone...
Has no one ever read a mystery book? Honestly.
No, I don't like mysteries. Ugh. I like.
Do you at least see the mouse trap over at the Brindlewood Community Players?
Oh no!
My God, Agatha Christie.
That good. Twist! Oh my gosh!
Oh my God! All the details at the end. I hate this, but I feel like Ronette can't stop but spoil the ending.
Oh,
and I know that's the one thing that in every production they're like, you can't do that, don't do that. But Ronette can't help it. I hate this about her, but I can't deny it.
That's why Georgie hasn't been to the theater in years.
Because Ronette spoiled the mouse trap. Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh.
Emma says, Dad, I'm bored. Can't we just go? No, we have to wait. The police officer, you heard the police officers, I guess will want to talk to us. So we got to find something for your mom. She's not going to be happy if we come home without anything for her. Oh, Dad.
Let me recommend to you the best series. All right. So,
and it's
have you heard
this one?
Have you heard of the stories of Amanda Delacour? Have you heard of the Robin Masterson mysteries?
Oh no, is that like one of them romancers?
It's a mystery. I said it's the Roman Masterson mysteries.
Okay, but it's a romance? No.
Well, they can be romance.
Is it like mysterious romance? Is that?
It's like murder and stuff.
In a romance?
Sometimes.
No, well.
Oh.
I mean, the romance is more of the B plot, you know?
All right. Okay. And you think my wife would like these?
I don't know your wife.
The Gold Crown mysteries. Just absolutely delectable stories, okay?
Okay.
If your wife has not read them, then you'll be doing her a favor.
Now, she doesn't really like to read. But you think I should get them for her?
Why are you in a bookstore? Honestly.
Do you know your wife?
We're just on a day trip. We're on a day trip from Toronto. And
oh my God, you're from Toronto. Have you been to Craft Supplies? Are we?
Oh, I'm not sure. Is that that's in Toronto?
Yeah, it's in Toronto. It's a little shop. You get all your craft supplies, all your corsetry supplies, millinery, anything you want. I opened it up with my wife several years ago. We're divorced now, but we keep in touch. It is the greatest little shop in Toronto. You get everything you need. It's such a fun little place. And say hi to Regina for me if you do stop by.
Oh, okay. He gets in his pocket and takes out his phone and like types with one finger. Tell me, you think it's a mill? You said you buy Miller. What do you buy there?
Well, there's like a millinery section. That's like hat making hats.
Millinery.
But also corsetry and just, sewing and general craft stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know if your daughter is interested in creating things, if she has an artistic side. I'm just saying it's a really great place to pick up a hobby and maybe turn it into a career.
Oh, that sounds like something Mom would really like, doesn't it? And Emma's head's down on her phone. I think she would love to go there. I'll look for that.
Yeah, I probably have a card. I pull it out. Yeah, have Regina's card.
Oh, that's so much easier than typing. Yeah, he takes the card. Well, that's great. Okay. Emma isn't really moving. She's sort of leaning against a wall, but he wanders away back to the store. And then Liam stands up. Well, I didn't get the book I was looking for, so if we're allowed to go back into the store, I guess. Okay. He starts walking away.
Yeah,
back
just
upstairs.
Keep an eye out for any murderers,
Is there a way to get to that? Because there was a door on the other side of the mystery room to another hall.
Mm-hmm.
Is there another staircase, like a back stair hall to that?
There is a back stairwell that was once the servants' stairs. So you'd have to go all the way towards the back downstairs and then up the back side of the house. But yes, you could do that.
I mean, if we're allowed to wander.
I'm going to tail Liam.
Okay, so who is going where?
I'm headed to that back hallway, I guess. Phone up like a lunatic.
Yeah, we
It's a flashlight and a camera all at once.
You're just FaceTiming us.
Don't forget you have to put your headphones in. The killer's going to find you. Plug it in, the small bit. Plug it in.
Like this?
Yeah,
I don't know. I can't see it.
There's not that many options because they don't have the aux cord anymore. It's just in the one plug. The one plug.
Okay.
The one that you don't use to charge the phone with?
Well, actually, now you do.
It is that.
It's the same one.
Oh, you have a new model. Ooh.
I know.
See, once they started combining things, I was like, no, I'm not going to change my phone. It works fine.
You have like a flip phone. But it's the fanciest one.
They call it a BlackBerry, and it works fine for everything that I need, thank you. And it does go on the internet.
You mess up our group text all the time.
Yeah, instead of like a regular group text, it sends mine in like chunks. So all of my rants are always like 1 out of 5, 2 out of 5.
And
4
you
out
try
of
to
5,
send emojis.
3 out of 5.
You try to send emojis, but they don't transfer. So it's just, the little box.
Ronette, where are you off to? Are you staying here, or what is your plan?
I think I'm most interested in going up and seeing how Fern's doing. I mean, I know that's kind of just where I've been this whole time, but I am interested in what's going on in there.
It'll take Georgie a little bit longer to get to the back and then up the back staircase. But Liam is like in the middle of the stairs going up when Birdie starts to trail him. Is this a secret?
So secret, so surreptitious. I'm being the most subtle that I've ever been, which is not saying much.
But you are trying to be sneaky.
I'm trying to be sneaky.
Let's do the day move and see how well you can be secretive.
Oh. That's a 4.
As soon as you start walking towards him, he turns and looks back and keeps walking, gets to the top of the stairs, turns and looks back. You're halfway up the stairs, he turns and looks back. So he is very aware that you are like, he keeps turning around. Are you following me?
Oh, look at this book over there. I haven't read this one. Oh, wow.
He keeps walking, turning and look back, and then he just goes down a
Oh, this one's blue. Great. That's incredible.
Renette, you're like right there because you're going kind of in the same direction at this point.
I'm going to continue my stealth mission. I'll text you in the group chat.
All right. Yeah, I'm just gonna be right around here. Okay. Good luck on your little mission.
Thank you. Her heels click.
Renette, you can hear from inside the mystery room, Fern in distress, making noises to herself.
You all right in there?
And there's like a sudden shifting, like, dunk. Who's that? What?
Oh, it's me. It's Renette Bollinger. Hello.
Quick footsteps. Her head pokes right out the door. You can't come in here. It's a crime scene.
I'm not coming in there. Don't worry. I just wanted to check, make sure everything is okay. I heard some noises coming from here.
Her head is sort of swiveling up and down the hallway. You can see that her hand is on her holster. She's like, no one else is coming, right? Is anyone here?
There's people in the bookstore.
Oh, I have to talk to them. Oh.
Yeah. They've been, they're not allowed to leave the place, but they, Garrett said they're allowed to continue their shopping.
Shopping?
Well, it's a bookstore. So You going through something?
No, I don't like this.
Your job?
She closes the door to the murder room and steps out into the hallway. Oh, I hate this. I hate this job. And she stomps off back downstairs.
Well, that's sad.
Yeah, leaving you alone in the hallway.
I'm not going to break the rules. I'm not going to pull a Flossie and go in and barge in there and tamper with things, but I am going to look around the area, like the schedule, see if there's anything suspicious there, maybe look into the craft room where Flossie was hanging out earlier.
Okay, so are you meddling?
I think I am.
All right, and you're going to meddle around the craft room.
Yeah, meddle around the craft room. Look at the schedule if there's anything suspicious there, or I guess we probably already looked through it. But yeah. Nope, that's a 5.
You are looking around the craft room, certain that there's some evidence that Flossie has left in here that will implicate her in this murder. And you don't quite see it, but you're looking. Georgie, you're getting to the back stairwell. And as you get to the back stairwell, there's a window there, and you can see that the sun looks like it's about to set, which might mean that we're moving into night moves soon. Tell me what you are up to. Tell me where you're going.
I am. I'm walking up the stairs through that back hall to see like where the back door is from the back door into the mystery room, and like kind of just what's around that area. Like what other doors, other hallways? Is there anything ajar? Anything open that should be shut? And that sort of thing.
So you're meddling around the back stairwell.
Yeah. That's a 5.
You're going very slowly, wondering if there is anything here in this hallway, up in the stairwell and outside the back.
No clues back here.
You can hear footsteps back down one of these little corners. So you haven't found a clue, but you're hearing someone out there walking around.
I would like to head toward the sound if I can tell where it's coming from. And I have pushed record on my phone.
You make a turn around a corner and then around another corner, and you're pretty sure that these footsteps are coming from within the literature corridor. And as you turn, there is the man that no one has asked his name yet, the father of the daughter. And he's holding a book, and he looks up at you, a little surprised, sort of nods, looks back down to the book.
Oh, Mr. Oh, I don't think I caught your name.
Oh, it's Edward.
Edward from Toronto.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Did you find a book for your wife?
He holds up the one in his hand, sort of shrugs. Not yet, I suppose. Closes it, puts it back on the shelf, looks around.
Have you seen anyone else back here?
No, I think I'm the only one back here.
What brought you to Brindlewood Bay as your day trip?
We cross the border every now and then for some cultural exposure for Emma. She likes to go visit America. The kids these days.
Yes, indeed. Well, what good parents you are, offering culture to your children. So important these days.
You can chit chat if you want to try to get something out of him. You could do a move.
Yeah, I think I'm trying to figure out if like has he been to the antique store? Does he have any history in Brindlewood Bay? Like, would he have any knowledge or like motive of like people that would want to hurt Nick, or would he want to, kind of thing? So that's still meddling, but it's probably using presence, right?
You're being charming. You're being inquisitive.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. 7. So I've asked what brought them to Brindlewood Bay. I move on to if they've ever been to Nick's antique store.
Oh, the dead man?
Yeah.
Oh, he owned a store here?
Yeah, he had a little antique shop just down the way.
Oh, an antique. Oh. What? It's Nick's.
It's Nick's Knack's Antiques.
Oh, sure. Yeah, we stopped in there earlier.
Oh, earlier today.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Oh, was Nick there?
There was a man. Maybe that is him. Huh. We did not really have a heart-to-heart type conversation, but there was a man there working in the store that, now that you mention it, that might be the dead man.
Was there anyone else in the store at the time?
Oh, geez. Well, I think so. This was before lunch, you see. So there are probably some shoppers. I'm not sure.
Now that this might be, I know you said I'm sure you were in there browsing and you only noticed other shoppers, but I don't suppose you recall Nick having a conversation with anyone while you were there.
No, I'm sorry. I don't know that I did. Is it important?
Oh, well, you see, there is a dead man just in the room across the way, so it could be important. It doesn't seem like he was a very popular man.
He didn't die in his store. You think that someone followed him from his store to kill him here?
All I know is that he is dead here, not dead in his store, and any number of people could have been involved.
Okay. I see that. Anyone could have done it.
And just if you were having a conversation with somebody, that might lead us to the someone who ended Nick's time on this earth.
I mean, I can't say that I noticed him talking to anyone. The only thing that really sticks in the mind, I suppose, was when we were in there. I didn't necessarily notice that he was talking to anyone. But, I did go up to ask about this old clock, and he seemed very distracted. And now that you mention it, he seemed very distracted over this pair of baby shoes. He just kept looking at them like he was really concerned over them. And I mean, I'm not an antique type. They didn't look like old baby shoes, so I guess I didn't really think much of it at the time. Thought it was strange that he was concerned with baby shoes. But he did definitely look very distracted and was looking around. I don't know if that helps at all.
Oh, anything is helpful. Thank you. By the way, just out of curiosity, does your wife knit perchance?
Yeah, she does. She has a sewing kit.
Yes, you can find those things at my store as well. It's just so nice to have you in our town. And here's my card. I own the knitting shop down the way, Knitwit Haven. I know that there's a craft.
That's funny.
I'm so glad you like the name. I'm quite pleased with it.
That's very funny.
Yes. This fine bookshop has a room of craft books upstairs, and I'm sure you could find a book of crafts here and then meander over to my shop.
Yeah, maybe she would like to learn how to knit better, I suppose. Yeah, I'll ask my daughter about that, and And maybe we will stop by later.
Fabulous.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Birdie, you are on your stealth mission.
Yes, it's going very well.
He does keep looking at you and then walking further away around corners and then looking back at you. But it is going very well.
Where is he ending up? Like in the whereabouts? Did he end up in the gardening section or?
Yeah, you know the bookstore very well. It does look like he's going to gardening.
Okay. Is he boring to watch?
He definitely looks like something is on his mind. He does seem a little uncomfortable.
But is that just me following him?
Yeah, it might be, but you're maybe not sure. Because there are some men that like it when you follow them.
That's true. Like Paul McCartney.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I can just kind of conduct research, meddle by keeping an eye on his movements, trying to like read his behavior a little bit, but also just kind of keeping an eye on if I see anyone else, where they might be headed towards. Because I'm sure it's pretty easy to get lost in here, but I think that probably out of any of the patrons, the murder mavens would have a slightly better chance at navigating.
It sounds like you are trying to gather information.
Incredible.
So let's try to meddle.
Let's meddle. That's a 9.
You're following, and this is boring. And what is he doing anyway? And maybe there's something more interesting you could be doing.
Mm-hmm.
And you hear off to the side somewhere something that sounds like scratching or scraping. It's very faint.
I absolutely turn my hearing aid up and go to investigate where I think the sound is.
Yeah. Okay. So you're leaving where Liam is. You're headed in another direction.
Mm-hmm.
So these hallways are a little twiny and sort of go this way and turn that way. And you get to a point sort of near the bathrooms where it sounds like there's something coming from the other side of this wall. And maybe it's just because the corridors here are kind of maze-like sometimes, but you're not really sure what's on the other side of this wall.
I think I do first some very light, quiet as I can, knocking to see if it's hollow. Mm-hmm. Secret door. And if I don't find anything, then I'll probably walk along one of the walls. See if I can find an entrance.
It does sort of sound like the wall is a little hollow inside.
I immediately text the girls about that hollow wall. And I say, could someone use Google and remind me what happens when the walls are hollow? Because I didn't think I'd get to this point.
Runette.
Yes.
You have a few minutes between when Deputy Fern leaves the hallway and before you get this text.
Yeah, I was actually hoping to try to follow Detective Fern or Deputy Fern if I could.
She's definitely stomping back downstairs. She descends the staircase. Her hand is on her gun the whole time. And she gets downstairs and looks around at everyone and says, okay, I'm going to need everyone to get ready for their interview. I'm going to be taking notes. I'll tell you, I'm just going to ask everyone where you were and what you saw. And if anybody saw who killed him, if he's dead, I'm not even sure. Okay, if you think he's dead, you should tell me that you think and why. And if you don't, then don't just tell me. Okay, I need everyone to get ready because we're about to talk.
I'm just going to try to sort of calmly take it to the side, like, you okay? You need anything? You seem a little bit stressed. You need any help? I'm happy to help out. It seems we haven't even determined if he's dead. I was actually coming to ask if you've found the cause of death yet, but seems we're not there yet. I'm happy to help provide whatever assistance you need. If you need me to sit around and take notes while you're doing the interviews, whatever you need me to do.
Yeah, he's dead. He's really dead. He's
okay.
He's dead a lot, and I'm
He's
just
very
not
dead. Okay.
Yes. No, I'm going to take notes. I have notes. I can take notes. And she starts to take out a notepad and a pencil. It's like, I'll take the notes.
Right. You need anything from me? I know it seems like it's just one of you. In the movies and on TV, it's always like a big old team of people who come in to investigate, but it's just you. So that's a lot on your shoulders. So if you need any help, I'm right here. You can just send me off to do whatever investigations you need.
No, thank you. No, Sheriff's fishing. I think he'll be back soon. But he should be here. And I don't know. Like, I think I told everyone. I mean, yeah, everybody knows. Like, someone should show up at some point to check the body for. It doesn't matter. I don't really. Could you? Never mind. I'm gonna go. I have to talk to people.
Oh yeah. Come on, you can talk to me. Trust me, you can talk to me. I'm gonna try to get her to talk to me. Can I do that through meddling? Meddling with my presence. That is an 8.
Begin your meddling.
Oh my God. Fern, it's okay. I'm here to help you out. You can tell me whatever you need to tell me. You can trust me. We at the book club here, we do all sorts of studying murder, and we read the Delacroix books. We're not cops, we're not sheriffs, we're not detectives, but you can trust us to really put our all into it and just be professional about it, and you can tell me anything. I understand that you're going through a lot right now. This is real tough, and I can see it's hard to take, but I just you're a very strong young woman, and I know you can take it. You'll be able to figure this out. I believe in you.
She sort of squints. You read a lot of books about murder?
Well, yeah. I mean, the murder mysteries, all that.
You think about murder a lot?
I mean, honestly, I read it. I mean, don't tell them, but I prefer the B plots. It's always just a real saucy romance on the side. But the other girls, they're the murder, the mystery, the figuring stuff out, finding clues, putting stuff together. It's a fun time.
So, you think you can get away with murder?
Oh no, I don't think I could. I mean, look at me. I leave sequins everywhere.
I've heard that some of these people that keep watching these documentaries that are fans of murder, that eventually they start killing people too.
Oh, that's rough. I mean, I don't touch the documentaries. That's just not my area. The real stuff, just makes me a little uncomfortable. It's too real. I don't know if I ever told you, but I don't think I've ever told many people, but my wife, my second spouse, she died pretty tragically. And honestly, just thinking about actual real life murder, it's real hard. But for some reason, the fiction, it's more fun. There's more of a separation. That's the thing about theater. You can live a million lives, and it's just your, it's a safe space.
At some point in that, she started looking around and not listening very closely, and you can see her stoop and pick one of your sequins up off the floor. You drop these everywhere?
I mean, have you seen my blazer? Yeah, I mean, my business. I do sewing. I make corsets. I don't know if you've seen any shows at the Siren. I do a lot of their stuff. I do, commissions and all of that. So sequins, velvet.
You drop these sorts of things everywhere.
I mean, I don't drop them on purpose, but, stuff just, it's like I'm shedding, but it sparkles.
What about buttons?
No, I mean, the blazer I'm wearing right now, it's not a button one. It's actually got a zipper, as you can see. I think it's a little classier,
She looks like she's looking around the floor, maybe for lost buttons.
Did you find any buttons?
She looks at you. She looks back to the floor. Yes. He choked to death on a button.
Oh my God.
And it looks
what a
like
horrid way to go.
if you lost a button, would you even know? It looks like you're just losing things all over here.
I mean, nothing I'm wearing right now has buttons. I like my pants that you see elastic.
I don't need to, ma'am, I don't need to look at your pants.
I fully see
Ma'am.
elastic.
Ma'am, please. No.
Okay, well, sorry. I'm gonna keep an eye out for anyone who's missing a button, though.
She seems
color
very
was it?
suspicious.
What color was it?
I am not going to tell you that. Why are you so interested in this button?
Well, you said he choked on it.
I didn't say that. Why would I say that? I didn't.
You did just now.
I said that.
Yeah, you did. I won't let anyone else know that you told me if you don't want me to. I'm here to work with you. I'm here to help you.
I hate this job so much. I hate it so much.
I'm so sorry.
Please,
Okay.
please don't tell anyone.
Okay.
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 All right. All right. I'm here to talk to people.
Okay, yeah.
And she walks towards the cafe and points at Jessie, who looks like she hasn't stood up since the three of you first arrived. And she sits down next to her and starts asking her questions. Georgie, you've left Edward. And as you're sort of going up the back staircase, you can hear from upstairs some tapping. And then you get a text from Birdie.
Secret door. Secret door. Secret door.
Door.
In the bookcase.
Secret door.
I go find Birdie.
She's walking around tapping on walls.
Is this a secret door? Or maybe this one?
Expecting the books to answer.
I'll find you eventually.
So have you found, is this whole area, a whole wall just hollow, or?
I've probably been scoping the perimeter of where it stops and starts being hollow as best I can. So it starts around here, and then it ends around over in this area, possibly. I'm still working on it, but I think something's here. I think this wall is hollow, and I think it has something.
I wouldn't be surprised. You know, my Joshie always said this old bookstore had to be riddled with secret passages and hiding spots and rooms.
I would believe it.
Reinette, you've also received the text at this point.
Leaving Deputy Fern to her interviews, I'll probably read the text and see if I can go find them.
You probably arrive right in the middle of this conversation that they are having.
So we choked to death on a button.
Oh, shall we go over what we found?
We have the smells like vinegar.
Smells like vinegar traced to the bookshelf. That's one. Liam's shoelace is 2. Baby shoes is 3. Hollow wall is 4. Button is 5.
You can begin to theorize, if you like, and have an open freewheeling discussion about the solution. You start to discuss it, and then when you have reached a consensus, you then roll.
All right, so let's talk. Let's talk it over.
Well, I think the through line between all of these, or at least a lot of them, many of them are articles of clothing or accessories in some way. They don't seem to have a rhyme or reason, and I'm wondering if that all traces back to a certain community theater.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, I wouldn't. I don't want to throw Jessie under the bus. What a mind. Let's just go over it clue by clue. So the vinegar spell. What's vinegar used for? My first thought is maybe they were cleaning the bookshelves. Vinegar can be used to clean wood without hurting the wood.
Pickles.
It could be pickles, yeah. There could have been some of that, what's it called? Kombucha.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Kombucha? I don't know. I'm
whatever
sure
that
little,
is.
I'm sure little Miss Emma Leah would know what I'm talking about. So there's the vinegar. Flossie said it was probably his cologne, but you said it was coming from like the bookshelf, not from the guy.
Yes, bookshelf.
Okay. Well, we all know we can't trust Flossie, so there's that. The shoelace. Don't know where that's come from.
Edward from Toronto said that Nicholas was very distracted over a pair of baby shoes, which he thought was strange. And so I wonder if the shoelaces belonged to the baby shoes and maybe he was confused by a missing shoelace.
Oh.
Distracted by baby shoes. Do you think he was expecting?
I know nothing of Nicholas other than apparently a lot of people hate him and he used to run an antique store.
Yeah.
But you're onto something, though. If he had baby shoes and potentially these shoelaces matched, why was Liam fiddling with it? And also it just occurred to me that vinegar can be used as a weed killer.
Whoa.
Interesting. So what about this hollow bookshelf? This hollow walls?
I just feel like there's something there with that. You know?
You had like scratching around in there?
Scratching and scraping behind the wall. Yes.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it could just be a rat. You know, all of these things are things that could be found in a rat's hoard.
So it was a rat.
Yeah.
The rat did it.
Oh, of course.
Armed with vinegar and shoelace and button.
I don't know why we're surprised. So, of course, it's Flossie.
Yeah. Obviously. What a rat.
Okay, all right. Let's get serious. The buttons, though. The fact that he was choking on a button.
Mm-hmm. How does that even happen? I mean...
An altercation and you accidentally rip someone's button off with your teeth and then swallow it?
I mean, I don't understand. Like, how does that...
I mean,
what
it
an
could
odd
have
way
happened.
to kill someone.
I know. I want to go look in this room again because I want to see if there's like evidence of like, did he bring his lunch in there? Like sometimes we bring snacks when we have book club. Like, did he eat? Did somebody put a button in his food? How else would you just choke on a button?
You know, there's other things too. Like maybe it might not even be Deputy Fern. She's great, love her. She doesn't really like her job, so I don't know that the cause of death was necessarily exactly what she said it was. He could have just had a button in his mouth. Like
it's a calling card.
Yeah. or maybe he was just like trying to hold a jacket or something like in his teeth, and then it slipped and he bit off the button and it just stayed there, and then he was dead for some other reason. Who knows?
Sounds like you had a similar button experience.
Well, what can I say? I'm a costumer. Sometimes you only have two hands.
What if the button is there to distract us from the fact that he has poison running through his veins?
In the form of vinegar?
Pharmaceuticals. I don't know. Liam is suspicious. He's suspicious.
It sounds like there are several things potentially pointing to Liam. At least he had the shoelace that might be connected to baby shoes. You pointed out, Bertie, that vinegar could be traced to him because he might use it as a weed killer if he has the good stuff and it's all organic, you know. I mean, now's a great time to sneak back into that room and see if we can connect the clues there, because she's not there. She's doing interviews elsewhere.
Yeah, I mean,
unless we have a theory we want to go with.
I don't know. I was really hoping it was Flossie.
I think we all are.
But hoping and knowing are very different things for detectives such as us.
Yeah. You know, how old was this man? How old was Nick?
He was in his 50s.
50s. All right. Did he have any family? Or this would probably require more meddling?
No, I think you could probably know that that he's divorced. His wife still lives locally, and he has 2 kids, I guess. Sure, you can know all that.
2 kids. Okay.
Maybe Liam. How old is Liam?
He was in his 40s.
Maybe Liam is his ex-wife's new lover, and he decided he was going to put an end to the competition.
Okay.
I think I'm really onto something here.
Okay, let's follow that thread. Let's follow that to the very end. Okay.
Let's follow that shoelace. Let's do it.
Yeah. Okay. So something about the vinegar was used to kill him, like some sort of a poison or something. The shoelace comes into it. He could have used the vinegar smelling stuff to subdue him, and then he used the shoelace as a garrote to choke him. Then the baby shoes are maybe
Oh, I was thinking the
Based
shoelace
on
just came
age.
from the baby shoe.
yeah. Oh yeah, I guess he could be concerned about baby shoes just because they're missing a lace.
Yeah. How
My brain was
strange.
baby shoes. Someone's pregnant.
And he could have covered up the smell of pharmaceuticals or insecticides by using vinegar on top of it.
Mm-hmm. He could have.
And he'd have access to all sorts of things like that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And he's just a little squirrely,
Yeah. The button could have come off in the struggle while he was, strangling or something.
Mm-hmm.
And the hollow wall is also there.
As a way to get in and out, of course.
Oh yeah, as a way to get in and out. Yeah, because there's another entrance into the room that had the murder in it. That's it. That's the thing.
So we think that Liam snuck into the antique store, stole a shoelace from a baby shoe, confusing
That's
Nick.
what does.
That's what does. Confusing
To psych
Nick.
him out a little bit.
Yes.
Foreshadowing.
Look, I know we have like other people with MOs, but I just feel like he's a little,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they could have been it. He could have been in on it with somebody else.
That's true.
Probably Flossie.
I keep hoping it's Flossie, but I just feel like it's not her, As disappointing as that is.
She is disappointing.
She is. Like a bran cereal.
Grape nuts.
Ugh. Do we have any other possibilities for a suspect?
I was kind of leaning toward Jessie because she seemed real worked up about
The Crucible.
Yeah, I mean, it could even be that, okay, she stole the shoelace to teach Nick a lesson.
Okay.
That will show you.
Followed him to the bookstore, or, they were in the bookstore at some point. There was some kind of altercation. Maybe she dropped the shoelace, went downstairs to go over her play materials. Then Liam came in, did the actual murdering, but saw the shoelace, knew somehow Jessie had dropped it and picked it up to protect her. That feels like a Murder, She Wrote plot point.
What if Liam and Jessie are in a secret relationship and they plotted this together?
What if they're the same person?
Have we seen them in a room together?
First, are we our suspects? It seems like the 3 that keep coming up are Liam, Jessie, and Flossie.
Mm-hmm.
Do we think it was Flossie?
I mean, obviously, yes, but
She had
Wanted to be her.
She had the opportunity. Did she have a motive?
And she has it coming. And honestly, her tampering with the evidence is just, I mean, she was in the book club with us for quite a while. And that's rule 1, that you don't tamper with the evidence.
mm-hmm.
You look at it. you definitely get as much as you can from it with just visuals, but you don't go up to the dead body and start shaking him.
Yeah, she should know that. She should have been able to think, oh, yeah, I shouldn't go up to him because that's bad. That's not only is that tampering with evidence, that's immediately putting the blame on me.
I think she's probably just dumb.
I mean, we know that. Yeah. We already know that, but still, this is basics. So other suspects, we've got Okwaho. He's got motive, but I don't think he did it. I don't think any of the other things really fit with what he's going on.
Honestly, I wouldn't blame him if he did, but I don't think it was him.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, I think we're all on the same page there.
I think the person who is the most vocal about messing stuff up for her was Jesse.
Mm-hmm.
And then Liam just seemed kind of squirrely.
Yeah.
He really did. He was so squirrely, right? It seems that we're at a bit of an impasse.
I mean, I think it's trying to figure out, did one of them do it or did they act together?
Yeah, I mean, the evidence that we have a sequence of events, but none of it specifically points to anyone in particular.
Right.
I think we need to see which of them was wearing buttons.
Mm-hmm.
If they're missing one that could have been bitten off and got caught in his mouth.
Well, I did take pictures of everybody, so let's take a look at the photos.
Why don't we do that?
They were canonically blurry, though.
I think it was the selfies that were blurry because the focus was on the people behind us. The selfies was were the cover.
So maybe this is when we roll? Because we're kind of saying that it's both of them, but we're not sure.
I think we can just sort of decide, spin the tail, and then that's our, you know what I mean? Like we could say Liam did it and here's how. We could say Jesse did it and here's how. Or we could say Liam and Jesse did it and here's like the how and the why or whatever. Like maybe Jesse did it. She got in an argument with Nick over the props that she was supposed to have, stole the shoelace because like a crazy person might. They get into an altercation. Maybe she attacks him, chokes him with the shoelace. Maybe Liam walked in during the struggle, tried to separate them. Maybe one of them lost a button, which ended up in Nick's mouth. Maybe it seemed like he choked on it as he was gasping for breath while being garroted. And maybe Liam had the vinegar as cleaning supply. He used it as cleaning supplies to try to wipe up evidence because maybe Nick hit a bookshelf. They hit a bookshelf. He had the stuff for his weed control, so he cleaned that up. And maybe we couldn't get into the hollow room, but that could have been maybe he stashed the cleaning supplies. Maybe that's how they made it in and out. I'm sorry, I'm unclear on where the hollow room, how that fits in, where that was.
I don't think it was fully explored. So I think that you've discovered the idea of that there is some kind of secret passage. Are you all still in that hallway where you have found it?
I think we were because we hadn't made the action to move.
Right.
Yeah,
we
were
talked
kind of
about
huddled.
we talked about maybe going to look in the room, but we hadn't done it yet. So like maybe we like feel around, like, is there a draft? Can we find like a draft on the wall somewhere? I think they do that. Ladies, don't they do that in movies sometimes? I think I've read that in a book somewhere.
Yeah, it's in the book.
Check the top, check the bottom.
Yeah, hold out a piece of yarn, see if it moves.
I think we're gonna meddle in the hallway.
We're gonna meddle with this wall.
More information on the secret passage to see how it fits into us.
Give us your secrets.
Then this would be a meddle to further elaborate on the clue of the secret passageway, not to create a new clue.
Yes.
Okay. Actually, then it's not meddling. It would be a night move.
Ooh.
Because it is nighttime now.
Hey, who's doing it?
I'm offering Birdie right of first refusal as she found the secret passage.
Well, I haven't rolled very well so far, so maybe this is going to be the one.
Do it. I believe in you.
All right.
So before you do this, the night move is when you do something risky or face your fear. If you fail, what is the worst thing that can happen here?
Maybe we make such a ruckus that people come to see what's going on, and then we're immediately a little more suspicious.
Yep.
I don't like people thinking about me negatively.
All right, describe what you're doing and then roll.
I think I'm grabbing a piece of Georgie's string or yarn as she offered and placing it on the tops and the bottoms of the door, just still knocking, trying to see, or where I think the door might be, trying to see if there's any change in the winds. Again, turning my hearing aid up all the way to catch anything.
Did you find anything? I said in your ear. Oh, sorry.
You know how it feels when you're like super hungover? It's that, but so much worse. So just let's do our inside voices.
I'm
okay?
so sorry.
Oh my God.
What can I say? I project. I work in the theater.
Shut up. Shut up.
I work in the arts. I project. What can I say?
I'm going to roll. Okay. That is a 10.
Okay, so you have found something. Describe what you have found.
A secret door, of course. I don't imagine it to be anything like Harry Potter or anything super fancy, but I think we just knock on the right way, and maybe we're pushing on it just enough that it opens away from us. And so we almost trip a little bit, but I think there's just a short little stairwell. And possibly if we have our phone lights on, we can see on the other side there might be another stairwell that leads up somewhere. And on the floor, there might be something down there.
Yes, so this is a full-on passageway. And it looks like it runs pretty far before turning. And although the three of you are kind of turned around and there are a lot of corners and there's a lot of hallways here, the thought does cross all of your minds whether or not this passageway runs through the entire building. You have your phones out and they're creating a little bit of light back here. And as you sort of look down the hallway, you can see that there are what look like little removable panels. And if you walk down this passageway just a little bit and remove one, you can see into the mystery room. And Nick is still on the floor. And beside this little panel, it looks like you could pull on a lever and perhaps make part of the bookshelf open up.
I love this bookstore.
This is so much fun, except for the fact that it was used for murder.
I mean,
Much
aside
more
from
potential.
that,
So much good could be done with this. So much wonder and magic, but murder.
And we would never have to talk to Flossie again before
oh
book
my
club.
God. What?
If we
what
just
a
sneak
life.
through this way.
Next time.
you are so smart. I love this.
Okay, so we've established how the murderer got in without us knowing, without anyone really seeing.
I suppose it could have happened before. We don't know exactly the time of death, but it's very likely not Aquaho. It's probably not Flossie, as much as I would love it to be. But we can't account for Liam or Jesse when we came in.
Right. It did sort of feel like Jesse sort of appeared. Jesse and Liam both sort of appeared after we found Nick.
Yeah.
And Liam was wandering around a little bit around here, which is when I heard the scratching and the tapping.
Mm-hmm.
And he had the shoelace. We just don't know to whom the button belongs. Our theory is just that it ended up in his mouth during the altercation.
Could it be like the cuff of Liam's shirt was rolled up. You couldn't see that if there was a button missing.
I mean, yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
So it sounds like you've used every clue.
Yeah.
And now someone can roll theorize.
All right. Who's going to do it? Plus clues minus suspects.
Yes.
I think that's 4 suspects. Flossie, Oquaho, Jesse, and Liam.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just a total of +1.
I mean, did we consider Aquaho a suspect at all, really?
I mean, I wrote him down as one because he had motive.
Fair.
He told us he didn't like him.
Yeah. But, like, again, understandably.
Yeah, naturally.
7.
Is that including the +1?
It is including the +1.
Okay. That's
Oh, boy.
But I'm not mad at it because of the description.
Yeah, you're pretty sure that this is Liam. And now what do you do with this information?
I think we would go to Fern.
Yeah, I guess we're supposed to go talk to Deputy Fern.
Yeah.
Deputy Fern is still downstairs. When the three of you descend the staircase, she is sitting in front of Flossie, banging her head on the table. And Flossie sees the three of you approach and says, "Now arrest her for assault. Arrest her for assault."
Do you see the bruise on my face? Also, Flossie, could you be more egotistical? There is a dead man.
I am selfless. I am the only selfless person in this building.
Oh, really? Oh, really? You want to say that to everyone else's faces?
I will.
Oh, no, Georgie will pull out her phone and record it. No, please.
Well,
Make some more enemies, Flossie.
Jesse knows how selfless I am.
Oh, Jesse. Oh, yeah, that's a great...
I have helped usher 3 shows.
Okay, great. And then you got to sit and watch them, didn't you?
Well, that's just a reward.
Yes, I know how it works.
It's a reward for being selfless.
Okay. All right.
That's not how selflessness works.
Yeah, of course. Anyway, Deputy Fern, we've solved the case.
She stops banging her head, but doesn't lift it from the table.
Let's go into the hall. Let's go not announce it in front of everyone.
The suspect is in this room, so let's keep an eye on that person.
And also, no pressure to come out. Like, whenever you feel that is the right time, if ever.
Yeah.
Whatever makes you most comfortable.
Yeah, of course.
If we can end this now, I would be very comfortable.
Right.
All right, just tell me who it is. Who do I need to arrest?
I'll go over to her head, which I assume is still face down, and just whisper, "It was Liam," and I explain how he did it.
She doesn't lift her head from the table the entire time that you're whispering in her ear.
Mm-hmm.
And you finish. And after a moment, she raises her head up and looks around, stands up, and draws her gun. "I'm going to get him. I'm going to get him now."
Oh, no.
Yeah, but he's a horticultural.
Where is he? He's in horticulture. He's in home and garden.
No, he is a horticulturalist.
Right. They're dangerous.
What, gardeners?
And she starts to move very fast towards the stairs.
Oh, okay. Maybe just keep the safety on. I'm sure you're doing that. Protocol, but careful.
So you rolled a 7, which means that you've created a dangerous situation.
Yes.
So you can try to do something about this, or you can just sort of let her go. She looks kind of wild. She looks a little bit unstable and says, "I'm going to get him. I'm going to stop him. And then I'm going to go home."
All right. I'm going to look around for Liam, see if we can apprehend him and just try to just get everyone in one place away from the woman with the gun.
Flossie kind of shakes her head and says, "I expected as much from the 3 of you." Fern is on the stairs. She's on her way up.
You should probably go after her.
Jesse is still sitting at the table. Gert and Pickles come back.
All right. Is Liam anywhere to be seen?
No, last he was seen, he was on his way to horticulture.
Horticulture. All right.
I guess we go after her. I mean,
Yeah,
if we can find him before she does, then maybe she won't be as intense.
trigger happy. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm gonna try to run after her and say, Fern, you be careful with that gun. You don't want to do all the paperwork you have to do if someone gets hurt. That you won't be able to go home if you shoot anyone.
There's a lot of
You'll be stuck with so much paperwork.
Deputy Fern, I know you hate this job and you just want to go home, but I will tell you something. I have learned a lot in my long years, and I have seen mistakes people have made. And the mistake that you may make now is not just a career ender, which you might not hate, but it could be a life ender. And you need to just calm down so we can safely apprehend this man. And then
Also,
perhaps you can retire.
Right. And if you retire, there's obviously going to be an opening for a horticulturalist. So, like, if you want to take up gardening.
Yeah, I mean, remember, she's like 12.
Your name is Fern.
Fern the horticulturalist. I mean, come
coming
on.
together.
You cannot write this.
We have found the new career for you.
And I think we're saying this as we're like running up.
Running,
the stairs. Yeah, we're in full chase mode, full old lady chase mode. Well, just doing all these arguments.
Yeah, Fern is moving like a Marine, like back to the wall, looks around, gun forward, turns around the corner, looks around, swings the gun around the next corridor, down the hallway, and she's slowing and she's sort of listening. Then eventually she stops and she says, I can't just let him go. He's dangerous. He killed someone.
Well, we're not going to let him go.
But just
Don't wave your gun
him
around.
We're going to sweep the area. Besides, if he sees you and he doesn't know that you know it's him and he sees you with a gun, he's going to run. But if you just, going around normal, you can get close to him and apprehend him that way.
And then you can become a gardener.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I believe in you.
That makes... Okay. She puts the gun back in her holster. Okay.
So we're just going to calmly sweep the area till we find him.
Okay.
Then we're just going to bring him. If whoever finds him, we're going to bring him to you. You can cuff him, do whatever you need to do. Then take him in. Then you go home and have a lovely burrito.
And while we're looking for him, we'll look for some introduction to gardening books, okay?
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be fine.
It's going to be fine. Just calm, breathe. Okay. So we start sweeping the room. We're just looking around.
And I restarted my career maybe 5 or 6 times. So don't even worry about it. You are never too old. And you're young. You're youthful. You've got a life ahead of you. I'm just like talking her down as we go. Not really helping, but...
She was born in the 2000s. Can you believe it? Oof.
Okay. Okay, you've successfully talked Deputy Fern down.
Woo.
She has reholstered her gun, taking deep breaths. She's using her hands to adjust the flow of her chakras.
Maybe yoga?
And soon enough, Liam is downstairs in handcuffs. But he's not talking. He's not saying anything about this. There's a moment where you think that she might pull her gun again to try to get him to talk. But she thinks better of it and walks him out to the police car.
Yeah. I whisper, paperwork.
Paperwork.
Yeah. You want to go home and have a burrito. You just get this done and then you won't have to take any extra time, okay?
I've made so many mistakes in my life. So many mistakes.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Thank you, ladies.
Thank you. Now you find a job that makes you happy, okay?
I will.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. You deserve it.
And they depart. Fern drives Liam away. And eventually the customers all start to leave. And as the three of you are sort of deciding what to do next, like should you actually have book club this week, Emily walks up to the counter holding something and looks to Gert and says, I don't know, is this yours? I found it upstairs. And she puts something on the counter. Gert picks it up, and it jingles a little bit. It sounds like a key. Oh, no. No, this isn't mine. Sets it back on the counter. And the three of you are there and not too far away, so you can see this key that is now on the counter.
Well, I don't know about you all, but I want it.
I'd like that key.
This looks like an old style hotel key with a big plastic diamond keychain and a single big door key. And on the keychain is the number 4. It looks like it has been around for a long time, and it has the name of a hotel that none of you recognize. Northern Lodge. And you get the sense that this might relate to something else.
I could invite everyone back to my apartment above the knitting shop that has a lovely overlook of the park.
Yeah.
I
And
could
put
drive
on-
there in my transportation. My 1967 Volkswagen Beetle named Ringo.
You're going to drive us across the street? Sounds great.
Of course I am. It's a 1967 Volkswagen. I'm going to drive it
do all
any
that.
time.
We did do all that running all over the bookstore.
It's true. That was a lot. Gotta say, my old bones, they're not what they used to be.
My sciatica.
Oh, my back. Yeah, but we didn't get to have our book club. So let's do that at your place, huh? Do some
Perfect.
crafts.
Sounds good to me. As long as Flossie isn't there.
Oh, the only floss that's coming there is the silk floss I use for my sewing.
I love it.
Thank you for joining us for the thrilling conclusion of The Bookstore of Murder. Join us in 2 weeks for the beginning of the next Roll to Meddle mystery. Roll to Meddle is a production of actualstorypodcasting.com. If you like the show, share a link, tell a friend, maybe write a review. My name is Jonah Knight. Goodbye.